Hey everybody, my name is Chris. Welcome to Casual Fragrances. Hope you're having a great day. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the channel. If you like fragrance related content, don't forget to show your support by clicking that red subscribe button down below before the video ends. I really would appreciate that. Today I'm going to give you my top 10 fresh scents. So I like wearing fresh fragrance. That's just me personally. I've been wearing it pretty much my whole life. And every time, when I go out in public with friends or family, or I go to work and talk to co-workers, I want to smell fresh and clean. I don't want to offend anybody at work, especially when you're around somebody for 8 to 10 hours, as I am at my job. People might get, offensive by the smell of the fragrance I'm wearing, or just the scent trail leaves behind, or the beast mode off of my skin, so on and so forth. I'll give you 10 fresh fragrances you should definitely check out. Some of these are designers, some of these are niche. I'm gonna leave a link down below where you can purchase any of these fragrances, and I'm gonna try to find a website where you can buy samples of all these fragrances, or the majority of them, at the end of the day. Before the video starts, there's a lot of fresh fragrances out there in the world, so if I don't have certain ones, please forgive me. I don't own every single fragrance in the world. People think I do, but I don't. And these are just 10 fragrances that I just love wearing myself, and you should definitely check out for your significant other or for yourself at the end of the day. 10 fragrances from the house of Polo Earth. So this here is a fresh fragrance. This has neroli. This has bergamot. It says it has mint. I don't pick up any mint at all. It has citron. This is a very fresh and clean type of fragrance. If you like fragrances like Tom Ford Neroli Portofino, if you like Mugler Cologne, or now it's just called Mugler, this is in that same range. It's a fresh and clean type of scent, and you're not gonna offend anybody. Now, if you're a woman and you're looking for a fresh fragrance, this works perfectly. This is a 100% unisex fragrance, so a man can wear it as well as a woman at the end of the day. This one here, performance is okay. It's above average. You're gonna get about 4 to 5 hours, maybe pushing 6. I think I get about 5 hours on my skin. If you overspray it, you might get another hour or 2. But this is really affordable as well for a fresh fragrance. It's in that, I want to say, $65–70 for this little small 1.3 travel bottle here. Definitely check out the Polo line. They have a lot of fragrances. This is their fresh fragrance, one of their best fresh fragrances of 2022, if I'm correct. Definitely check out Polo Earth. Number 9 fragrance is House of Creed. This is Creed Aventus. Okay, this is the OG. I had to put in a list. It's not my favorite fragrance, but at the end of the day, it's a fresh fragrance, and people like this fragrance. I've gotten compliments wearing this fragrance, so it does its job. I had to put it on this because it's a fresh fragrance. So it has notes of bergamot, okay, has notes of pineapple, has notes of birch. So this is a smoky fragrance. Well, some are smoky, some are fruity at the end of the day. You get a lot of freshness in this fragrance, where it's like you spray this fragrance on, you're going to smell fresh and clean. Now, some people say it's kind of heavy, where you want to tone down the sprays, and some people say it's not really heavy at all. Now, some of these fragrances you can go nose blind to with a fragrance like Creed Aventus, because one of those fragrances that olfactory fatigue. It happens in certain fragrances you wear over and over, and sometimes just the fragrance itself, it's hard to smell it after so many times being on your skin. So this one here, people just love it, and you know what, I do not love this fragrance, but it does serve a purpose in my collection. And you know what, if you want compliments, you like that kind of thing, definitely try this out. I'm not saying you're going to get compliments wearing this, but it's a compliment getter type of fragrance, or a conversation starter type of fragrance. And this whole Creed Aventus thing has been going on for years and years. I think it's been going on for, 10 years it's been out for now. It smells good, I'll say that, but that's about the size of it. I think it's overpriced, and I don't think it's worth the hype. But you know what? That's just me personally. I'm a Viking fanboy, but definitely check this out if you want a fresh fragrance that you can wear versatile. You can find it at full retail or at discounters. So definitely check out Creed Aventus, the original, or the OG, or the King. Number 8 fragrance is from the house of Parfums de Marly, or PDM in my case. This is Parfums de Marly Greenley. Oh, Greenley is amazing scent as well. So this one here, oh man, it has notes of green apple, has notes of mandarin, orange, we have bergamot, we have petitgreen. This is just an amazing fresh fragrance as well. It's very fresh, very get that green vibe. Some people think it's leaning too green, where it could be too much. It's an amazing fresh fragrance, and performance is very, very good. I'm talking you're going to at least get 8 hours on your skin, maybe more, for a fresh fragrance that's very hard to come by, whether it's in designer game or niche game. And trust me, some of these fragrances I'm talking about, you're not going to get 8 hours. This right here is just an amazing scent. Now, the price point is expensive. It's in that $200 to $300. but rest assured, you can find it here and there at discounters, or if you really want to try it before you buy it, I'm going to leave links down below to perfumology.com where you can buy a sample of this or any Parfums de Marly fragrance and test it out before you actually buy a full bottle. Leave a link down below. Shout out to my boy Near Guy or Brian. Go to Perfumology, tell him Casual Fragrance on you, or you watch this video, he'll take care of you. This right here is just an amazing, fresh fragrance you could wear any time of day, day or night, casual, date night. This fits every scenario you think of wearing a fragrance. Number 7 fragrance is from the house of Roja. This is Roja Parfum Cologne. This is Elysium. So Elysium's been out for a while now. It's a love or hate for some people because of the performance. Now this is one where it's overall one of the best fresh fragrances in a niche category, point blank. I know Aventus is king and all that, I get that. This is an amazing scent. Now, does it have that similar vibe to Aventus? I can see where people says that because they have a lot of the same notes in the fragrance. But then again, Roja Parfum Elysium has loads of notes. We're talking lemon, bergamot, sandalwood, patchouli. There's list goes on. I'll make the video too long if I mention every single note. This is one of the best fresh fragrances for a beginner if you're going from designer into niche. So if you like fragrances like Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, Versace Dylan Blue, you're gonna love Roja Parfum Elysium. Number 6 fragrance is from the house of Louis Vuitton. This is Afternoon Swim. So this one here is one of their best sellers. I want to keep it real here. Some people say performance isn't the best, and you know what? That depends on skin chemistry. That's why some reviewers don't like talking about how long it lasts on the skin, how it projects, because I can say one thing and somebody gets a total opposite, gets way better performance than me or worse. So please keep in mind, that's why some people don't talk about it. This here is amazing fresh fragrances, hands down. You smell this, you'll be like, oh my God, it smells amazing. And I will say, yes, oh my God, it is pricey as well. It's in $280, so you're looking at almost $300 for a bottle of this. Definitely do yourself a favor, try it out at a Louis Vuitton boutique and see if you like it or not. Do a couple sprays on your wrist. This is a fresh fragrance, so it has notes of bergamot, has notes of mandarin, has notes of orange, has notes of ginger. Performance isn't the best. You're going to get maybe between 4 to 6 hours for a fresh fragrance, and I know you're saying that's not a lot. When you smell this fragrance, you're going to be amazed how fresh and clean the fragrance is. This is the one you need to go to the store and spray it on your skin. Instead of just saying, oh Chris, I never smelled it, but it's too much money. No, do yourself a favor. If you get a chance, go to your local mall and spray it on your skin. Do like 2 or 3 sprays. Walk around the mall and see if you enjoy it as much as I do. I love this scent, hands down. One of my favorite Louis Vuitton fragrances. This is the first one I ever bought, and I love it. It's definitely worth every single penny, in my personal opinion. Not everybody's opinion, just my own. I love Louis Vuitton Afternoon Swim. If you want a fresh and clean fragrance for the spring and summer, or a signature scent as well, because my friend Jerome loves this as well. I told him, bro, get yourself a bottle. He keeps saying, I don't know, man, it's too much money. And I agree with him. This is one you definitely got to save up for and buy it. Number 5 fragrance is from the house of Mugler. This is Mugler Cologne. So this fragrance been out for many years before I started my YouTube channel. Nevertheless, I blind bought this fragrance after a few reviewers talked about it on their channel, like Timmy from Magic Sense, Jeremy Fragrance, Stephen from Adolescence. The list goes on and on. So this is a very fresh fragrance. It's fresh, it's clean, it's soapy. Look at that spray. Wow. So there's no roll in this fragrance as well. This is just a clean, fresh, soapy bar of soap. So if you like fresh and clean fragrances, or say you just want to smell like a fresh bar of soap, this is it right here. Maybe you're not into the heavy fragrances like Ambroxan or heavy bergamot fragrances, or you don't want a citrus fragrance. You want to smell fresh and clean like you just hopped out the shower, you just put on some soap and all that. This is it right here. This fragrance is going to be perfect for anybody that's just starting the fragrances, don't know what to wear, just want to be fresh and clean, and don't want to offend anybody at work, date night, casual gatherings, or wear to a formal business meeting, so on and so forth. Number 4 fragrance is from the house of Christian Dior, my favorite brand. You guys know I love Christian Dior. This is Dior Sauvage EDT. So you can get the EDT, which I have here, the EDP, the Parfum, or Elixir. They all smell great. I'm not a big fan of Parfum. I'll leave my video up here down below. It didn't perform on me, and I went nose blind to it. Not worth me purchasing at all. Nevertheless, the EDT is a very fresh fragrance. Now, some people call it a sausage fest. People say it's not good. Some people love it and hate the fragrance. They don't like the fact that Johnny Depp is the main model for the fragrance. I don't really care who the model is. The fragrance smells amazing. It has that fresh citrus fragrance. It's one of the long-lasting fresh fragrances from the designer game, and the price went up a little bit. This is somewhere around the $100 mark for a bottle, but you're gonna get your money's worth of fragrance like this. It's a fresh fragrance. You spray and go. And what I mean by that is you want to go on a date night or you're going on your first date, 1 or 2 sprays, good for the date. Going to work, 1 or 2 sprays, you should be good to go. Pretty much, there's not a wrong time when to wear Dior Sauvage. Please do not overspray it. Do not go like this because it might be too strong on your skin with the embroxant. Bergamot might push out too much and might offend people, or it might be too coin for some people. But this smells amazing. I met my fiance Kelly back in the day when we were dating. It's the first fragrance I wore on our first date. She loved the way it smelled. She wasn't even into fragrances, but she's like, "Oh, I smell really good tonight, Chris." So definitely check out Dior Sauvage EDT, the ED Pure Parfum. Now, performance is going to vary per person. Keep in mind, I have an older batch. Some people say I only get 6 hours with new ones. Some people say I only get 8. I will definitely buy a newer bottle and test out performance and let you know in a future video. If you guys would like to see that, leave a comment down below. But I love the fragrance. I'm almost empty my bottle here, and I'll buy a backup bottle. But definitely check out Dior Sauvage EDT, EDP, Parfum, or Elixir. Number 3 fragrances from the house of Labo. This is Bergamote 22. This fragrance is amazing. A fresh fragrance, one of the best in the game. I say between this and Xerjoff Neo. If you try Xerjoff Neo, then this might be redundant to buy Bergamote 22 and vice versa. So it has notes of grapefruit, vetiver, petitgrain, bergamot. This is one of the best fresh fragrances on the market. If you just want a fresh and clean fragrance, fresh and citrus fragrance, this is it right here. You don't need all these other fragrances, designer name. This is one of the amazing fragrances on the market for a fresh and clean fragrance that you can wear versatile. You can wear it dressed up if you're going to a business meeting. You can wear it dressed down if you're going out with your boys, grabbing some beers. You can wear this casual if you're going on a date night with significant other to grab some dinner, or if you're going out for a Sunday brunch. This is an amazing scent. I've been stopped several times wearing this fragrance here, and women and guys like, "Hey, what are you wearing? Excuse me, sir, you smell really good. What fragrance are you wearing?" And I literally have to pull up my phone, or I usually take a picture of the fragrance I'm wearing of the day so I can show people what it looks like if they decide to buy a bottle or curious what I'm wearing. You know, it's nuts, but it happens. Anyway, this is a good compliment getter fragrance or a conversation starter. I'm not saying you buy the fragrance, you only comments. Please don't. But this is a fragrance that I can tell you, first time I wore it, Jerome's like, "Oh my God, Chris, what are you wearing?" Like, it's that type of fragrance. Bergamote 22 is one of the best fresh fragrances. The price point is kind of expensive. Keep in mind, it went up to $215 for a 50 ml. Yes, it's a lot of money. Do yourself a favor, go to a Labo boutique, spray it on your skin, a couple sprays, see if you like the fragrance, if it's worth buying, because you may not love it as much as I do. If you like fresh fragrances and you don't want all these other complicated notes, buy Bergamote 22 by Labo. You'll love the way it smells. Performance isn't the best. Keep in mind, I'm getting about 6 hours, which I can't complain for a freshie. That's above average. And you might get more, you might get less. Projections about an hour, maybe hour and a half. And people can smell it. And it leaves a nice sea eyes behind. So definitely check out Bergamote 22 by Labo. This is the perfect unisex fragrance, I forgot to mention. A man or woman could wear it. So definitely check it out. My number 2 fragrance could easily be my number 1 because they're both great fragrances at the end of the day. My number 2 fragrance is from the house of Chanel. It's a less exclusive line. This is Eau de Cologne. This fragrance here is a fresh fragrance, like every other fragrance in this video. So it has notes of lemon, bergamot, green notes, neroli, spices, and musk, and tonka bean. Look at that beast mode spray. You got the Dior spray here, right here, baby. Oh my God. It's just so refreshing. Like, it's a very fresh and clean scent with the lemon and the bergamot. So many citruses. This is one of the best citrus fragrances as well with Labo Bergamote 22, but this is from the Chanel line. You know, Chanel makes a lot of fragrances with aldehyde in it, a lot of fragrances with pepper, and this one here doesn't have too much of the pepper, a little bit of spices in it, but I feel like it's more of the lemon, the bergamot, the green notes. It's very green, earthy type of fragrance. I love this one. This was my first less exclusive from Chanel back in the day, and I love it. I really wish I bought a bigger bottle. I gave a sample to Jerome, and he loves the fragrance. He's like, "Chris, this one is fire as well." Performance, you're looking at, I want to say it's in that 4 to 6 hours. We can get on your skin. You probably get about 6 hours average, and projections like maybe an hour or so, but it leaves a nice sea eyes behind. And a lot of people around me say I smell very fresh and clean. They say, wow, you smell very, very crisp, fresh and clean today. Like, I get that compliment every time I wear this fragrance here, which is nice. It's a Chanel fragrance, so it's going to be mass appealing for an eau de cologne fragrance. Anything special? Some people might say it's just a fresh and clean fragrance, but it's very high quality. The juice is very high quality, and I love the way this one smells. My number one fragrance from the house of Hermes, this is Eau Chivre. This is a 2022 release. I love the frosted bottle with the back is frosted, and it has that like icy feel in the fragrance, and it's 100% right. I love the sprayer. Oh my God, this is a very refreshing fragrance as well. So this one here has citron, so it's a nice citrus in the fragrance with citron. It has that very lemony feel on my skin. Some people kind of get a grapefruit feel. Either or, it's a very refreshing fragrance. It's like a cool glass of lemonade, in my opinion, which I said in my full review and my first impression. I'll leave the video down below or up here. You do get some juniper berries in the fragrance, which give a little bit of sweetness, and there is some pepper in the fragrance as well. This is one where there's not a wrong time to wear it. But my only comment on this fragrance is that I feel like the performance is not the best. I'm talking maybe 4 to maybe 6 hours if you're lucky. This is one where you have to literally overspray it. I do about 6 to 8 sprays, and people like the way I smell. And I haven't had any negative feedback, which is a good thing at the end of the day as well. You know, it's a fresh fragrance. It's pretty much a fresh fragrance mixed with some lemons as well, and kind of give it that icy effect where, like, you smell the fragrance, you're gonna get a cooling sensation, icy effect on top of the lemon, and it's just, it smells amazing. So different from the house of Hermes. I love this one. That's why I bought a 100ml bottle. I tried it out at Bloomingdale's in Willow Grove Mall in PA. Shout out to Jeff for telling me about that mall, and I loved it. So I went online, I had a coupon, and I bought it on Saks.com, and I got it on sale for 20% off. I love this fragrance. It's one of the best citrus fragrances out there. That's affordable. You can get I think it's a 50ml for I think around $100, and if you want the bigger size, I think it's like $135, $140 for this 100ml bottle. They're refillable, so if you want to take the cheap way out and buy the 50ml bottle and wear it and refill it, you can do that as well. This is just an amazing scent. You guys should definitely check this one out by the house of Hermes. Some of the fragrances aren't the best, I understand that. This new one here is straight fire. Now, my other comment would say is the spring and summer is more wearable than the fall and winter time, because I feel like it's not going to push you to death. But if you're indoors at work, or indoors facilities and stuff, you can pull this off any time of year, any day. Definitely check out Hermes Eau Chivre. Thank you guys for watching another fragrance video. If you like this type of content, make sure you support by clicking that red subscribe button down below. I would appreciate it. I make a lot of content, and a lot of people don't subscribe. I make so many videos. I have over 1,000 fragrance videos. If you like the channel and you want to see me grow to get to 10,000 subscribers, just click the red subscribe button down below. I would appreciate that. Be safe, everyone, and I'll catch my next video coming up soon. Peace.